with a woman what could not be broken in life, and in a moment it was no more. So she took a ring from her finger and placed it in his hands and kissed him and closed the lid of the coffin. A piece of each of us died at that moment.
It was the greatest grief and the greatest mystery of the American century. The murderer had been murdered, the assassin assassinated. Cheers and suspicion were everywhere. In the emotional state of the nation, the word conspiracy arose. Newsmen, police, intelligence agencies examined the evidence. What were the motives of Oswald, the killer? Who was the killer's killer? Back then, this is what we knew, and this is how I reported it.
The man Dallas police accused of assassinating Lee Oswald was known in Dallas as Jack Ruby, not taking his real name, the name he carried in Chicago before he came to Dallas in 1948, of Jack Rubenstein. This is a police mug photo of Jack Rubenstein. Through the facilities of affiliate station KRLD TV in Dallas, CBS News this morning had a live camera in the basement of the Dallas City Police Station when Lee Oswald, after 2 days of questioning, was in the process of being brought from the Dallas City Police Station, the city jail, to the county jail. Now, this was the scene in the basement of the Dallas City Jail. There'll be a hat appearing in the right-hand corner of your screen. Keep your eye on the man in that hat. The hat begins to move. Now moves in front of Oswald. Shot sounds. And Oswald lurches. And the crowd starts to move in. Oswald was rushed to Dallas's Parkland Hospital. This ambulance comes to the same emergency entrance to which President Kennedy was brought on Friday. Through the same entrance now goes the man accused of assassinating the president. Oswald was moving, still alive at this point. Brought down the same corridor down which President Kennedy had been brought on Friday. Police sealed off the area. The ambulance driver who brought Oswald from the Dallas City Jail had about all he could handle with newsmen who were frantically trying to get some kind of details and some kind of order in the way of a story out of the confusion which followed the shooting. Now Oswald's wife, child, are led into the emergency room. His Russian-born wife, who speaks very little English. This is a shot of the emergency room where President Kennedy died on Friday. It is identical to the emergency room to which Lee Oswald was brought this morning. The Oswald emergency room, the one to which he was brought, directly across the hall from this one. It was announced that some 12 doctors were working feverishly over Lee Oswald in the Parkland Hospital. But then a short while after that, at Dallas Police Headquarters, Police Chief Jesse Curry came out to make this announcement.
My statement will be very brief. Oswald expired at 1:07 p.m. He died at 1:07 p.m. We have arrested the man. The man will be charged with murder.
Who is he?
The suspect's name is Jack Rubenstein, I believe. He goes by the name of Jack Ruby. That's all I have to say.
We will now return to Washington.
Until just a moment ago, the people who passed by the pier were close friends and family of the late president and official guests. Just a moment ago, the lines were opened, and now the masses who have assembled here in the plaza are passing down a long double file of Army, Navy, Marine, Air Force soldiers standing in parade rest. This is the north end of the Capitol building, the Senate wing, packed as solidly as they could be packed. The original plan was here to close the bronze doors of the Rotunda at 9 this evening and then provide the public one last hour tomorrow. The White House has announced that the doors will remain open as long as there are people.